Hey, what's going on? Today I want to talk to y'all about freeform dreads. Now, this is my own set of freeform dreads. I've been growing it out about 2 years, so it's long. I've learned a whole lot on this journey. So I want to tell y'all a couple things, a few things I learned about growing out freeform dreads and just the process, what it's really like, what it entails, and what you need to know if you want to get into this. So, being at 2 years, I'll say the first months are the hardest. And if you're going through this process, hold strong, okay? This is not easy. This takes faith, this takes time. But if you let it happen, it will occur. And I know it's kind of hard to see. Like, I remember in the first stages, people were looking at me like, bro, those little twists on your head, they're going to turn into dread, bro. Hey, you know what I mean? They give me second looks like, you ain't really going to have them locks, bro. And I might even, put a couple pictures in this and let y'all see what this really looked like. But, I came from having these little tiny twists, to having these long actual locks and locked to the root, all right? You know what I'm saying? So, there are many different styles. There are many different styles, and I want to mention that because there are a lot of people out there that they freeform dreads to them is for one, not doing any of what I'm about to tell y'all. Okay, it means no microfiber towel, no sponge, no crochet, no goofy shit. It's neglecting your hair and letting time and nature do the work, and that's not what I'm about to talk to y'all about. Now, I think that that's a great method, and it creates some very interesting locks. But personally, I'm trying to get that kind of salon look without ever going to the salon because, bruh, wasting all that time, money, energy, sitting in that damn chair, hell nah. I am not the one. You know what I'm saying? Brother like me trying to get these long locks from home. And that is very possible. I want to let y'all know that that is very possible, as you can see from experience. I want to let y'all know. Now, again, some people, they freeform dreads to them also means getting in here and lifting the root of their dreads up with a crochet. I mean, not crochet, with a pick. You know what I mean? Just getting in there and lifting this thing up with a pick. And that's not what I'm talking about either. Now, if you want to do that, that's just as cool, and you can still apply what the tips I'm telling you and do that as well. But I'm trying to teach y'all how to get these. You know what I mean? These locks that go down to the root all the way around. You know what I mean? Like locks all the way. They do the trick. All right, so starting off, dread sponge, microfiber towel. These things that you can use on one or the other or in tandem, but using these will get your hair twisted up and it will get your hair started off on the process if you got a nice little short afro. I started with afro, probably about an inch long, and so you can really start whatever length you're looking to start. Start just from when you're starting your hair out, or I mean, just again when you have like an inch, 2 inches. I wouldn't start it off too late, you know what I'm saying? Because then you might struggle to get down to the root. But starting off with that month or two, you know what I mean, just growing out your hair, maybe 3, 4 months in, that's when you want to start getting into locking it up. So again, going around your hair the same direction. I go counterclockwise. No, I go clockwise. Excuse me. So I just go around my head, go around my head, go around my head, and then let's say you want to take the other hand. You got to remember that you're going that same direction and maintain that. You know what I'm saying? Remember, same goes for the microfiber towel. You don't want to come across your head. You got two different sides of your head running. You know what I mean? You going fucking clockwise this one, counterclockwise the other one, and now your dreads are all twisted the wrong way. You can't even come across. You're untwisting the wrong set. You just don't want to deal with issues like that. You want to get these things started correctly. So make sure that whenever you move in the same direction. Now, some tips to doing this and some different methods. You can just use, and I think this is definitely the most natural method, and I would advise this the most, water and some kind of something. I mean, you don't got to even do this, bro. A lot of people just use water, apple cider vinegar, and salt. You mix that up in like like a 25% apple cider vinegar, you know what I mean, to the one water to fucking, you know what I mean, just like a little bit of salt. Just sprinkle some damn salt in there. And that shit will lock your hair out the same damn way as some eco gel. You know what I mean? That stuff will get your hair firm and into coils. That's especially where you want to get into some coils that go down. They may not even go down. They'll just stick. They'll just be sticks for a long time. But you want to spray your microfiber towel or your sponge with that and then apply it to your hair. And you might have to reapply a couple times to make sure your whole hair gets the correct dosage of material. But as long as you're moving that solution through your hair, you're going to be getting the same effects as you would be with the second method, which again I wouldn't advise someone. This is what I did, but I wouldn't advise it because I'll explain why. So this is that eco styling gel, and this stuff is mean. I mean, it do the trick. It do the trick. You put some mycocilin gel on that sponge in your hair, you know what I'm saying? Your hair is going to lock. Your hair is going to coil up. It's going to just find itself, and it's going to enter those kind of cool manicured, pointed. It's going to do it up right off rip. You know what I'm saying? There won't be locks, but they'll be coiled up, and that's kind of tempting. That's kind of tempting, and it's seductive. The thing is, and I will admit, the water and the other methods will happen a little bit slower. They're never going to happen slower. You do the eco gel, will happen faster. But remember, everything that doesn't cost a thing now will cost something later. So down the road, you're gonna be dealing with that damn eco gel still in your dreads. And if you try to wash it out, you don't want to be washing it too much. You never want to wash your hair too much in the early stages because that slows your locking process down. But paradoxically, clean dreads dread faster. But remember, that's when your hair is already dreaded. That's when your hair is dreaded and already connected. Clean dreads dread faster. When you have coils, you don't want to be washing too much. You want to get your hair to the dread phase. So going from those coils to dreads, that's definitely that's a long process. You start with those little nubs, and they turn into long coils, and then they turn into like little stick dreads that come up out your hair. And yeah, again, it takes some time. So in the beginning process, EcoGel is gonna speed that up, but you will have to pay the cost of a lot of white shit that's gonna be in your dreads. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to spend time washing that out when you're in the dread phase, and that's something that's like you could have just avoided all that if you used the water and outside of vinegar, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your hair might smell like apple cider vinegar. It might give off a little extra. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna lock naturally. And something else you can use. I use this Shea Moisture Strength and Restore and anti-breakage spray. And yeah, this adds all that. If you're not washing your hair, you need to condition it some way or another. So adding just some kind of coconut oil, whatever you got. You know what I'm saying? Something to add some moisture to your hair is essential. Prevent that breakage. Cause man, I be seeing people out here with dreads and motherfuckers are hanging by a little thread, bro. Motherfuckers are hanging by a little thread. And it's like, yo, nigga, like, you might just tuck it off, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to even look at sometimes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, sheesh, I wouldn't want to have my hair being breaking like that. That's all I'm saying. All right, moving on. Those are the methods that you can really use to get your dread started. Another one is the crochet needle. You know what I mean? You can crochet, and I lost mine. You know what I'm saying? It's some goofy. I wouldn't even use that either because it makes your dreads unnaturally, and it can be something that helps if you have like a whole lot of loose hair and you're not trying to twist it in yet, but it creates a really frizzy dread, and it doesn't come together as naturally as natural locks. You know what I mean? Ones that you give time to do their own thing. So you really just want to be patient with your locks. You want to let them do their own thing naturally, come together, and you will enjoy a fruitful set of locks that that benefits you, that actually like appear well to other people, and not just I mean some haphazard locks that might have people like. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't doing this for others, but at the same time, you want to look in the mirror and look like what you see. You know what I'm saying? So make sure they're looking right. All right, so wait for a little bit to wash them until they locked up, and then when they locked, that's when you really want to start washing them, and you'll have no problems. You'll have no, and this is when you'll know. You know what I mean? Because you might wash your hair and you'll feel them come apart, and it's like losing progress. Let them dry, let them come together. You know what I'm saying? You'll regain that, but when they locked and when they fully locked, you will not lose any progress. You will wash your locks and they will lock even more. I mean, especially if you're using cold water, they will pull up together even more. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna come out that wash and they're gonna be even more dreaded than before. So that's the beautiful thing. Clean dreads really do dread faster. So give them that opportunity to be washed. Um, and then this is also when you really kind of want to start neglecting the microfiber towel and the sponge. I was using those daily. I was using those damn things every day. And it's like it's necessary in the early stages, but once you got dreads, let them just lock, bro. Let them lock on their own. They're gonna do their thing. They're gonna magically come together, especially if you rolling around at night. You know what I mean? Your pillow doing all that work. Like they gonna come together with time naturally. Just let them do that. And just trying to force them to be all super manicured at this point in time, it's not essential. You know what I mean? You definitely want to still be on it, but it's like more like a once or twice a week type of thing. Like really let your hair come out, and it'll grow even more just vibrant. Now the thing about this is this stage, especially when your dreads have finally started to dread, is your locks are your coils are finally started to dread, is that you're gonna start dealing with loose hairs, and that's hair around the locks. I'm sure I can find some for you. You know what I'm saying? It's hair around the locks that just don't wanna fit in. You know what I'm saying? Just don't want to be part of the lock, but it need to be part of the lock. I can't exactly. I got plenty. I got plenty, bro. Trust. I got plenty. I'm working on it all the time. You know what I'm saying? You grab that shit. You grab that shit at the base, and you grab that other loose hair that's not cooperating, and you just twist. You just twist the same clockwise way that your dread is formed. And doing that, I mean, that really creates a firm, solid dread. It starts to incorporate that loose hair that's being obstinate. You know what I mean? You're going to get that in your hair. You're going to get that locked into your dreads, and it's going to be right. But that, in the same way, takes time. And you have to be careful because if that loose dread, that loose hair doesn't belong to that dread, then down the line, you're going to be dealing with issues where it's going to want to come out. You know what I mean? It's not going to fit in, and it's going to be like, damn. Like it's just going to be separated from the dread. You're going to have space between that hair and the dread, and it's going to be uncomfortable, and you're going to want to break that. So it's definitely something you're going to want to watch, something you're going to want to be tedious with, and ensure you're doing it right, getting that loose hair into the right spot. And you know what I mean, you're gonna lock them all up correct. And that's really the most essential part to getting dreads like these. Because once you start to enter the neglect phase and just leaving them alone besides finger picking, that's finger picking, finger twisting, that's the only thing that's gonna keep your locks together. You know what I mean? Let's say you're doing neglect and this is the actual freeform way, you're not touching it at all. Those loose hairs are gonna find their own dread. And that dread may not even be the dread they're supposed to be with, let alone, you know what I mean, or the dread that's easiest for them to attach to, let alone the dread that's supposed to or let alone, you know what I mean, your dreads will start locking together. That's the worst part. You know what I mean? It's not just loose hairs anymore. Now your own dreads are locking. And you know, that's a point where it's a good look for some people. But for myself, I'm trying to get these long, you know what I mean, separated locks. So if you're looking for these long separated locks all the way back, you know what I mean, in the middle of your head, don't matter where, they all separated. You know, if you're looking for that, then you really want to be finger twisting and separating those loose hairs from the dread and making sure your dreads aren't connecting in some weird places in the back, you know what I mean? Like you just want to be watching your hair and ensuring that you don't got too much going on. And that's again to get dreads like these, freeform dreads like these without going to salon. Now again, you can do it any type of way. I think every way is legitimate, especially the original way, which is just neglecting your hair and letting it do its own thing. Now, some other tips and little tidbit things I gotta say. A full set like this, an afro set, you know what I mean? I started with an afro and then did it, as opposed to having a high top. That's the point. That's the point. You should do it like this because that's the point. If you're doing a high top dress, you know what I mean, and you're doing them freeform, you're doing going to salon, you gotta go to salon anyway, bro. You gotta go to salon anyway. So it's like you may as well just, you know, have my motherfucking barber sharpen them up for a little bit for extra fucking $50. You know what I mean? Well, I know a lot of people aren't trying to dish that out. I definitely am not. You know, it's like, you know, you're going to salon, you may as well. The whole point of freeform dreads is to not go to the salon. But at the same time, there are a lot of people they already got a high top, they already going that shit in, you know what I'm saying? They already got like a certain thing, and they're like, well, it's my time to start. And I respect that. Like, you just want to start with a high top. That's cool, but you're kind of defeating the purpose of doing a freeform, and you might regret down the line not having a full set once they start growing down and out. And you know what I mean, you're dealing with like I have a full set, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to, you know, like let's say I didn't have, I don't know, these sides right here, you know what I'm saying, my hair wouldn't be damn near as long. My hair would be fucking all the way up here, and I think that look wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying? Having my hair fully flush, that's what looks good to me, you know. And so you may regret not going for a full set if that's not what you step out, you know, with your initiative going for. And you know, the beginning stages, that's the most essential stage. That's when you want to be thinking about where you're taking your dreads, where you're going, because this is really a long ass time commitment. I'll say that much. You know what I'm saying? I spent years of my life, 2 years now, growing these dreads out. And that's a big deal to me, bro. You know what I mean? 2 whole years I've spent putting into some hair. Like, it shows you the fruits of your labor. That's most certain. So just think about what fruits you want to come out of your labor. Do you want, you know what I mean, a high top set? And just think about how you're going to feel about that. And I heard someone say, is your future self going to be proud of your actions today? Just remember that when you're making your dress. All right, so I really covered most of this, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're gonna go from stubs, those little stubs, to those coils, to full locks. You know what I mean? To those sticks, to full locks. And I'm in the full lock stage. And I'll tell you, man, it's good to have. The hang time, bro. I remember when I had sticks, my whole head was just sticks, and it was like, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It was just the ugly phase. But man, you give it the time, you have the patience, it'll come your way. All right, you know what I'm saying? As long as y'all neglecting your dreads, you gonna profit. Just let the magic happen. Let your hair do its thing. Let nature take its course, and you will reap the benefits. All right. I hope y'all take care. Peace.